Okay. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Shira.
It's 11 o'clock here at night, and I'm getting ready. Where are you? Where are you?
Oh,
How's the
it's
sky up
8
there?
o'clock, and we just howled here in San Francisco.
Oh, you just did. All right.
We
Let me
just
hear that
howled.
harmonium of yours.
Mm. I also seem to be watching and hearing this amazing cooking show.
Yes, there's an
I can't
amazing
stop.
cooking show. What are they making? Hey, Stacy.
I want to bake. Do you know that an
Jessica, I hear
angel?
you on the mountain. I know you are there. Stacy, we are still in this beautiful kitchen scene, and I'm wondering if you
Shira,
can
I'm
help
having
us
trouble
get to
hearing you
the
because I'm
mountaintop.
I'm listening to a baking show that involves some graham crackers, but I
No, we
can't tell
are
what else. I
hearing
think
about
they're
graham
making
crackers, and
cheesecake.
it's looking good.
And I'll tell you that it was like an angel from heaven, appeared and
Yeah?
rang my doorbell this afternoon. And it was
Yeah?
like a masked angel bringing cheesecake. And
Nice.
it's really, I'm looking forward to staying up really, really late this evening and eating cheesecake.
Jessica, let's sing. Let's sing something. I bet I can hear you on the other side of the mountain.
Okay, I'm finding it. Or maybe,
Just give it
or we'll give it a go. Again, this is, Shira.
Keep going, Jessica. You're bringing us in. You're bringing us in. I'm
They're
coming closer to you. I can feel you closer.
Oh, ah, it's like trying to be able to hear the voice when there's so many other signals crossing at the same time.
It is. It is. Keep going. I'm coming closer to you. Tell us about the hour of revelation.
All right. Well, first, maybe should we introduce ourselves?
Yes. Because people can see us. This is what I understand.
Yeah, people can see us. All right. We long to see you, and we feel that we're coming closer and closer together. My name is
Yes.
Jessica Meyer. I am rabbi and chazan, cantor at the Kitchen in San Francisco.
My name is Shira Kline. I'm here in Brooklyn, New York, and I am the director of worship and a ritual leader and ritual performance artist in Lab Shul, New York City.
So here we go.
Here we go. And this is perfect, really, Jessica. I'm certain of it. I'm sure we have to get through some veils tonight. So let's just start pulling them
Amen.
aside one thin veil at a time.
It was the hour of revelation on Mount Sinai. You were there, Shira. I know you were there. We were all there. And we stood trembling as the mountain shook, as thunder ripped through the core of the earth. And while we were there, standing, trembling, shaking along with the mountain, we heard this voice. It was the voice. It reverberated, it resonated within us, and we heard something so awesome, so earth-shattering, that we spent the next thousands of years building a religion to find our way back to the voice that we heard on that mountain. But Shira, you know, that voice didn't speak all 10 commandments. This might come as a shock, but that resonant voice, that original voice, that live, living voice spoke only the very first word of the first commandment, but more on that later. The last 9 commandments, they were reflected, they were refracted, they were interpreted through Moses. They say that somewhere deep down, we all share a collective memory of that night on the mountain. The smell of the smoke and the fog, the wind against our faces. What do you remember? What I remember is the quality of that voice. The sound of the shofar wailing, the thunder rumbling, the way sound feels different at high altitudes. I remember how our senses were blurred. Ro'im et hakolot. I could see the voices. We could taste the clouds. We could hear the lightning. But Shira, that voice, it was within us, under the mountain, that authentic voice, uttering that very first commandment. Anochi Adonai Elohecha. Anochi, I am your God. Our ancestors spun stories, midrashim, they sang songs about that voice. And here tonight on some strange live stream, we want to play. We want to listen. I mean, really listen closely until we can conjure even a taste of that resonance of the voice on the mountain.
I want to know what the taste of the cloud was.
That voice is so deep in our bones that we forget what it sounds like, and we hear so many other voices. So Shira, yes. Should we play a little bit?
Yes, I brought my rattles. I brought my drum, and I want to talk for a second. Yes, about the sounds. I want to talk to you, Jessica.
Tell me.
Hey, Stacey.
Bye, Stacey.
We are all here with you. And we're just blowing kisses from afar from the mountaintop. But here it is. I want to talk about the sound, the quality of a sound. I want to talk about the fact that a sound can be most instant and also the most long-lasting all at once. That a sound could be resonating from so many thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, but we still feel it in our heart beating, in the rhythm of our heart, and our polyrhythmic selves. I want to talk about how a sound is a vibration, a resonance, a sensation. The sound tells a story. I'm thinking tonight about sound as a connector. And like
as a what? Can you say that?
A connector and a connection.
Mm.
A teacher, Victoria Hanna, she teaches we are not actually divided from sound. We are the container, and our holes are gates and opening. That sound is both outside of us and simultaneously inside of us. this echo, reverberation, like a mirror, like what you sing and what I hear is a story inside this vibration and inside this sensation. The sound is a feeling. Sound is an emotional story. Fear instilled in the crash of thunder and calm inside the crash of an ocean wave. Heart pain in the wailing of an ambulance siren and heart yearning in the wailing of your child's cry. So I want to get deep into sound. I want to expand it like its own gate. I want to walk inside it, put it on like a onesie, and I want to move from inside each one of these sounds. Because if it's true what they say, that sound of the first commandment was not just the whole commandment, but maybe just the first word, anochi, and maybe not anochi, but just ani, and maybe not ani, but just the aleph, and the maybe not even the whole aleph, just the. Some say that sound is danger. That a vibration could be so high that you break your eardrum, as in torture camps, or so provocative, as in a woman not being allowed to sing in certain settings, so that a man who could potentially orgasm just by hearing it. Danger, danger, danger. Some say so explosively giant that light itself comes from the sound of words. Once upon a time. And then some say that on this very night, this sound, we stood uniquely ourselves, ready to connect with the expectation of revelation, that we opened our ears and our hearts and our sonic selves and received this commandment in this one. Well, what was it? Like, what was it, Jessica? How could we receive something in this, not just a line and not just a word and not just a letter, but the before a letter? I mean, what was it? What was it? What do you think?
Well, I have a question, because in that something remarkable happened. We were all standing at Sinai, and suddenly that aleph, it shot each and every one of us in the heart, and we died. I'm not sure if you said it before because I couldn't hear you.
I did not say that. Can you say it again? I'm so sorry. Stacey, I'm just going to check back in with you if there's any chance we can mute the sounds of the back room. We're potentially going to reveal a sound that just killed everybody right on the spot. So just going to check back in with you. What was that,
background
Jessica?
sound is killing me a little bit.
It's exciting. Yeah, many worlds, many worlds.
So when we heard that first aleph, we didn't stand at Sinai. We suddenly plotzed at Sinai. And it always reminds me of the song, strumming my pain with his finger.
Yep, keep going.
I just want to apologize to everyone who is on this.
Jessica,
yeah.
tell us the story of the moment when the sound appeared like the taste of clouds and all of humanity just expired.
I don't know what it was, Shira, that killed us. I don't know if it was the sound or the lack of sound in the aleph. I don't know if it was the anochi, the divine I, this full heft of what it means for a God to be fully present. I don't know if it was God's commanding presence or if it was God presenting us with commandment. Or maybe we're just afraid to commit. And sometimes I just wonder if revelation is lethal.
That's crazy. If revelation was lethal, All right, let's try this out. I want to test some things out.
Okay.
I've been, ever since we started thinking about this together, and what is in sound, and what is the quality of a sound, and when is it lethal, and when is it inside and outside, in all these ways. And I want to play a game with you and with all of our listeners right now to play something out, like to prime our listeners to tune in and tune out, like the kind of tune in and tune out, like that, like a musician, from a musician's perspective. Like Jessica, you play
See.
multiple instruments, and you're like an extraordinary, like a finely trained singer. Which is to say that as a singer, you're a listener. As a musician, you're a listener, and me too. So I want to play a little listening back and forth game where I want to practice this act of listening, absorbing, reflecting, and transforming. So I want you to give me a lick of music, and then I'm going to listen, absorb, reflect, and transform it. But first, I'll just work one stage at a time. And I want to invite everyone who's out there listening with us to go ahead and like do this with us. So Jessica, let's take a big breath together so we can kind of ground ourselves at the foot of the mountain. 3 days now we've been preparing for this, according to the stories, like cleaning, listening, just hands on the ground, Mother Earth, vibing, getting in tune. Here, I'll take out my tuning forks. I'm going to take out my tuning
Please.
forks. I'm gonna take out my tuning forks. It's gonna help us. Yeah. Because the truth is that we are just in this frenetic, crazy world, and this will help just kind of bring us back. Was that like too much for the sound? Thank you, EJ. Here we go. I want you to give us a lick. Give us a lick, and then I'm gonna sing it back to you.
Shira,
Yes?
can you hear Shira?
I hear you so well, Jessica.
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I have lost sound. Hello?
Oh no. Let's see what's happening. Can't hear
I've
Shira.
completely.
Okay, I'm getting a message that you can still hear me. So, Jessica, as soon as you can hear me, just jump in. Just jump in, okay? We want to tell you a story tonight. Can you hear me, Jessica? All right. You there? We want to do a little singing practice. Nothing? Okay. We wanted to tell you a story tonight about that moment when the first sounds were received. It was at the foot of a mountain. And the story is that we walked up and down and up and down according to the instructions. So I want you to come with me. We'll start by being at the foot of the mountain. The sounds you hear guess so, because I was getting all these messages. Keep going.
Back.
We're back.
Oh my
Jessica.
God. Shira. Thank God.
It's so great to see you back here on the mountainside. Are we there, Liz?
I see you, but I'm not hearing you for some reason.
Hey, let's do the sound. Let's do our sound game. Let's just do it together.
Okay, yeah. I'm ready.
Let's do it. Jessica, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do it.
I was just telling everybody about the beautiful relationship between listening, absorbing, and transforming. And the way sound works, like in an echo chamber, and how sound is a moving, living thing that's both inside us and outside us. So the way it goes through us, well, it's profound. So I want to play a little game where you're going to give me a lick of music and I'm going to sing it back to you. But first I'm going to listen, absorb. And I want to invite all those who are with us right now, slowly climbing our way up the mountain on Shavuot, all the way back then and now, to play along. So, ready, everyone? Go for it. Once upon a time, when we were just at the very beginning of the journey, at the base of the mountain, we were just becoming the mountain. And this is that story. So sit where you are, Become low like a mountain. Spread yourself out wide like a mountain. Become fat and expansive. Let the sides of your ribs expand. Lower your shoulders. Let your head rest on top of your spine. Become the mountain. This is the note of the mountain. This is the bass sound of belonging. This is the bass sound of home. And you can sing the word home. Home. In the curiosity of what's to come, let the sound of home trace up your body. But never, never lose your
ביום השלישי, ויהי קולו וברקים וענן כבד על ההר. Home. On the third day, as morning dawned, there was thunder, kolot, there was lightning, and a thick cloud coating the mountain. וקול שופר חזק מאוד. And the people who were in the camp, they were trembling. They were trembling as the mountain was trembling in the same vibration. And Moses led those people out of the camp towards their biggest fear, towards God. And they took their places at the foot of the mountain. V'har Sinai Ashan Kulo, the mountain Ashan Kulo was full of smoke.
Now here was Mount Sinai, all covered, all filled up in a shine. Smoke, wind made of nothing but breath. So do it with me now, everybody. This is the sound of the letter Shin, built and made of nothing but breath. Ashangulo. For divine had come close in the form of a fire. Ashangulo. Smoke. And ish. Fire.
Vayal Ashan Ashano Kiashan Akivshan Ashan Akivshan Ashan Akivshan Ashan Akivshan. The smoke rises, smoke rises like the whole, the smoke of a kiln. The mountain came louder and louder. They all, and Moses was called upward, he ascended. Moses went up towards God, and immediately God sends him down, down, down. Sends Moses down to the people, down. Sometimes Yerida l'Torech Aliyah. Sometimes you must go down, 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 down. Sometimes you go down in order to come back up. And so Moses came up and down. Vaya'al vayered, vaya'al vayered, vaya'al vayered.
Let's go up together. Let us go up together. Sing with me. Bring it to your heart space. Say expansive heart spaces. Solar plexus is it. To the belly. Sound is a vibration. It's a resonance, it's a sensation, it's a story. It's both inside us and outside us, our holes, our gates and openings. Sound is an echo, it's a reverberation, a mirror. What you sing, what I hear inside this vibration is the sensation. Sound is divine, divine is sound.
בשעה שנתן הקדוש ברוך הוא את התורה, in the hour that God gave us Torah on Mount Sinai, God's voice appeared to us like a statue or a painting. You know, the kind that seem to face in all directions, where the eyes follow you. There can be 100 people in one room, and she makes eye contact with each and every single person. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the Mona Lisa. We're all packed together like sweaty sardines in the Louvre. We're standing on tiptoe to just see over that tall guy's head. And then voila, she sees you. She shares her secret with you. And the voice that you hear in her head, is it hers or is it yours? This is God's voice at Sinai. 1 million people stand together on the mountain, but the voice doesn't speak with us as a collective. It enters each and every Israelite, every shape and size Israelite, and has a private conversation. But is it her voice or is it mine? There was a voice, a sound, a message calibrated for each soul. Some hear song, others slang, some a charge, maybe a question, a joke, a recipe, a riddle, a luminous secret. Each person hears, each person feels Torah's vibration according to the unique nature and design of your soul. So what did you hear? Because every single one of us received a sound, received a piece of that puzzle. That very first commandment, it's not Anochi Adonai Elohechem, I'm all y'all's God. The first commandment is Ani Anochi Adonai Elohecha. I'm your God. Shira, definitely your God. And all of these people that we can't see, each and every one of our gods. Anochi. And the Torah isn't complete until I listen deeply with full body and resonance and absorb that sound and interpret and put it out into the world and release that voice that I heard. I hear it again. And I need to listen not only to the voice that I heard, but to the voice that you heard. That original voice, the voice within the mountain.
So much more listening on its way. Will be here until the wee hours of sunrise. What an honor to teach with you, Rabbi Jessica Meyer in San Francisco. I cannot wait to sing with you in person, and all of you. May we vibrate our way all the way up, and I will see you way up there.
Amen. Keni
Amen,
Hiratzon.
amen.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, everyone.